Well, we're live and
Ah!
people can hear us, but we're not actually visible. Why are we not visible? Hang on.
I don't, because we drank that silly potion. Silly?
Yeah, invisibility potion. It just wore off.
Yeah,
So
silly. We were being silly. I
I feel
don't
like I
even
need to
know.
make you bigger or put you somewhere else because,
Let
like,
me just take a little look. Where am I? What's happening?
the little people walk in
Who
front of
who
you.
are
It's
we?
very funny. They're like they're as tall as a pea. It's very funny.
Oh my goodness! Wait, let me. There
Hi,
we go.
chat.
Ah! It looks like I'm jumping out to scare the avatar like.
Terrifying everyone.
"Wah!"
So great.
Honestly, that's pretty fitting.
I like it. I like it.
I'm just
This is
yelling at
fine.
people. And you're watching over us to make sure I don't actually do something silly. I don't know my true strength. I don't know my power.
As the bastard son of Mord, yes. You
Yes,
have
who even
great
knows what I'm capable of?
abilities. You have
I
to
already
learn.
came back from the dead.
You did?
I believe so. I think that's why I'm a revenant bastard.
Oh yeah, actually that tracks.
I don't fully remember
I don't either.
everything.
I think we're
Yeah,
gonna have to do your
it's
lore sometime.
the pod lore. Legend of the Legume.
Legend of the Lagoon. Oh my god, that's so good. So good.
It'll be great. You know, something about being gay, something about something death, something returning, and here I am, more powerful than ever. Why am I? Oh, I'm not logged in. I was like, why am I not followed? Silliness.
Uh.
It's okay. I was just not logged in.
Welcome in,
Hello.
Villia. I'm
Legend
gonna
of
go with
Lagoon.
Villia.
Honestly, we are gooning.
I like
But this
Lagoon. I think that's a funny play on words.
Lagoon. In this case, it is legume, like what a pea is, or the French word for vegetable.
I thought it was.
Legume,
It's not a.
legume.
Wait, is it all vegetables? I thought it was just like beans and
In
stuff.
English, it's just the bean, but legume in French just means vegetable. That is the word vegetable, not
Interesting.
vegetable. That's not a thing. It would be funny if it were, though.
What
I
a
love you
funny
saying
word.
funny words.
Funny words.
Wanna know what the Swedish word is for vegetable, or rather, what it translates to?
Actually, yeah. What is it?
Well, the word is grönsak. That means green thing.
Grönsak?
Grönsak, like grön, kind of grön. Grönsak.
Grönsak. Like sock as in a sock I wear?
Yeah, except in Swedish it means thing. It means
So,
green thing.
grönsak. Green
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
What
green thing.
about, like, purple cabbage or something?
Well, it's I don't fucking know. That's cabbage. Kål.
Oh my god.
It is. Well, we actually call it red kål.
So it's
Red
not
kål.
grönsak.
You say it French, which honestly I don't mind it. Grönsak. Oh,
Grönsak.
the grönsak. Grönsak. Yeah, because the thing is, we roll our R's, but it's like more in the
Grönsak.
front of the mouth.
Grönsak.
Fart!
I don't
Sorry,
know. We'll get
I saw Ford. I get excited.
Nope, that's
I
fair.
haven't rolled my D20 yet. Hi,
Chat.
Ford. We're talking about vegetables.
Indeed. Welcome in chat, everybody. I haven't said hi to everybody, but hi Ford, hi Aiden, hi Lilith, hi Ryan,
Whee!
and then of course welcome in
Hello.
Villia. I
I
got
love how
excited
excited
too.
you get. See, am I getting a new one?
What'd you get?
Ooh.
Did you? That looks new to
I got a
me.
mysterious portal that's open. Explore what lies beyond. And I got an 11.
Got an 11?
That's like 2 nat ones.
Okay, I mean that's like walking through a Stargate. Like
Yippee!
you're not gonna die necessarily, but you don't
No, I'm just
know what's on the other
waddling
side.
through, getting into some trouble. Maybe not necessarily learning from my mistakes, but I'm
Classic.
fine.
Oh, you know what would be a fun idea? Actually,
Yeah?
this is occurring to me right
Yeah?
now. Is just based on these roles. and like whatever prompt it is like a little like 1-page short story or something.
Oh my gosh! Honestly, that would be so fun. Like the shenanigans that are gotten up to.
I mean,
Oh,
we're world
that's a
building. We
sick
can do
idea.
this if we want.
Yeah, because we essentially have a random generator by people doing this. This is
I love
awesome.
that. I love including everybody. I need to put in a stats command. I got sent
Yes,
that code. Anna
we need
sent
the
me that
stats.
code, and I never used it. And it's just sitting in my Discord somewhere.
Sitting lurking. Wait.
I could go do it now.
You could go do it now.
I could do
You
it
should go
now.
do it now.
I'm gonna go
We're
do it
literally
now.
here for world building and building worlds. And what builds worlds if not stats?
Stats.
What is coding if not building? I don't even. I don't even know what the energy is.
Command. We're gonna copy this one.
GP.
Is there any additional stats I should keep? Because we got like all the basic ones. Instead of charisma, it's Riz, because of course.
Of course. I mean, technically you could rename all of them, but we do. I'm thinking for the thematic vibes, it is nice to have the standard ones.
It would make sense to have the standard ones, but we could also
It would.
include an extra one if we want, like a 7.
We could have an extra one. Now I see what.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. What does Boldmordred? What does this place, this channel, this community? What does this bring that is unique aside from extensive lore? What if you just roll for lore?
Roll for lore?
What if lore was a stat?
Ooh, that sounds neat, actually.
That's very unconventional. Like, how much lore do you have today?
I mean, we could put together some lore stuff.
That could be silly.
What does that mean? Are you talking about the daily quest or the lore? Also, I'm gonna try this and see if it works. That did not even kind of work.
Math.
I could do this manually. I have the code, and I'm like, I could use the code. This is fine.
It's okay. It's fine. It's gonna be great.
Oh, hey, script.
With strength.
What is this? What kind of code is this? Let me read this. Just math with a cap. This looks like JavaScript. So
I don't know. It's all Greek to me.
We'll just push play and see if it works. Hang on.
Ooh.
No.
The thing is, right as you click that, like, the September is over, gift sub discounts are here thing popped up, so I was like, oh, did you do that? That's impressive.
Totally. I definitely did that.
Oh
I am on point here. Conditionals? No. I would just have to manually build this out. We can take time to do that.
In the meantime, Vilya, what I think I meant by the lore stat is, I don't know, because I don't remember what was on stream and off stream. I believe it was off stream right before this, because Mord and I were talking about like the extensive lore that has just kind of been invented into me being his bastard son, and also having died and come back to life, and possibly being a sort of homunculus that was created. Like there is lore. And a lot of it, and most of it we don't remember.
There's definitely some little bits and pieces in there.
And so when we were talking about, stats, different aspects that you can have, and what makes this community special, what came to my mind was lore. How much lore do you have today?
We can make some pod lore today. We could take a little bit.
We could. But also as a disclaimer to the chat, I am in a very sleepy EP headspace today. So whatever comes out of my mouth, well, who knows what it'll be and how reasonable and or coherent it will be. Hopefully, it will be entertaining for us all.
It
I
will
usually
be.
am.
You are always entertaining. That is no doubt.
Thank you. Thank you. I bow.
Oh. Well, I pulled up my note program.
Yippee!
Yippee!
Let me see.
Oh, this is from the Wives campaign, actually. This bit.
Ooh.
Oh no,
It's a
they've
good
already
thing that
gotten up through here, so everybody can see all this
Oh,
now.
phew. Yippee! Wait, let me turn up quality of stream so I can see it clearly.
Well, currently it just these blocks of text are just blocks, but if I zoom in, you can kind of see the like actual amount of text versus like this picture size here.
Ooh. Yeah, because it's just interesting to see, like, I'm always so interested in like how people plan their campaigns and sessions and like because everyone has their own systems.
This
So
is
for me, it's just like,
yeah.
ooh, I gotta behind the curtain.
This is taking a lot of development. Yeah.
Oh, look at that!
Odds is from Defeated.
Oh my god!
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god! It's the place.
I had a moment where I thought I said the wrong place, to be honest, and I was just like, everybody's from so many different places.
Very diverse cast.
Yeah, there's so many friends from all over the world. It's really interesting
Is Swedish?
too.
I'm Swedish. Sorry,
Yeah.
I just saw the chat. Yeah, I'm Swedish. And I use they it pronouns. Really any. But usually they it is the safest bet. Also, hello, I'm Mandy.
This is crashing apparently.
Well, bye Twitch. It was nice having you around. I'll turn on chat only for a bit.
Okay, we are back? Question mark.
Chat, can you hear us? Hello. I'm yelling at your little avatars.
The little guys running around.
You're just having a good time.
Refresh to see stream, I want to say. Oof.
Yes.
Yeah, I went all the way down to all the frames being dropped and no upload, and I was like, ooh.
Oop. That's some silliness right there.
So silly.
Oh, what a silly, goofy platform
With
we're on.
2 pods, 1p.
Hello.
Boop. There. Now you should be in the title properly.
Yippee! Ah, sorry, I had to mute the cough.
Oh, yeah, no, you're good.
Thank you.
All right. So, anyway, yeah, lots of crazy information. They're right about here. We've got much more to do, but we're gonna go pull open. Actually, I forgot I need to do this too, so you can see what I'm doing.
Yeah, I'm also realizing I am way behind on the Wives campaign because I was like, well, I ended up being very tired.
It takes place very late for you, or early.
Night. Nighttime.
It starts at 4 my time. I think you're at least 8 hours ahead of me. So like midnight.
Yeah, it starts at like midnight, and so even if I am like getting cozy in bed at that time, I'm not able to stay awake for very long. Someone's knocking on my door. 1 second.
Yeah. All right, chat. We're moving over to Region 3. Wherever I put... Oh, we haven't started Region 3 in here because we only did the map. So I gotta get the map up, and we'll get that all squared away. Speaking of the map, let me go ahead and download it.
Oh, and right at that moment, a goddamn fire truck, or was it a police? Something with a siren went off. Hello.
I heard a...
Yep, that was all I got. It just did a little one. As a treat.
As a treat.
Yeah, you know?
They sound so nice over there. Over here, they're just like.
Yeah, they're like, wah, wah. They just, they sing us a little song. Alapa! Alapa! Welcome back! I don't know why I'm saying
Hoi!
it like that. Boy!
Hoi! How's it going?
Thanks for the warm welcome. It's good to see you. We missed you.
I really do miss my chat between Wednesdays, like legitimately, because everybody's really nice and it's like a good vibe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put this map up for all to see as well. There.
Oh, here we are.
We have the unnamed
this-
Region 3 we're gonna be working on.
Ooh. Ooh, I like this.
Yeah, okay. So we have a little bit of information per when we talked about it before.
Oh, yeah,
Making
now I'm
folder
remembering.
Region 3.
Yo.
Region 3. Whoop. Region 3 overview. All right. Boy, I am
I said
ill.
all the hug stuff.
I feel unwell and can't sleep. Perfect condition for some nasty ideas because I don't give a sh. Well, I'm
Oh
sorry
my
you feel
God.
ill.
Yeah. No, I feel you on that. I send so many hugs or head pats if that is what you prefer. Like, being ill straight up sucks. But yeah, it is also like the perfect condition for just getting creative ideas going. Because last week when I was sick,
Yeah.
guess what my brain was doing the whole entire time? It was thinking about creative projects and ideas, including some very silly ones, like making a robot sing about dick pics. So,
What?
oh yeah, did I not tell you about
No.
my Ramatra cosplay idea?
No, please tell me.
Well, so I don't know how much you listen to Tom Cardy. He is the man who wrote Perception Check, among other things.
The name is familiar, but I don't know it offhand.
Yeah, he does silly, funny comedy songs, and one of his songs is called Artificial Intelligence. It is about a robot who has felt every possible emotion that a being could feel, except for one. They've never felt the need to send a photo of their penis to a stranger on the internet, and then they are become on the receiving end, and they decide that actually, I never wanted to enslave humanity, but I think I changed my mind because these creatures cannot be trusted. And so I decided, what if I do a Ramatra cosplay and have him perform that song?
Yes, please.
You know, this very serious
Please.
character.
Please.
In his very serious voice using a voice filter. So that is my goal for like a few years ahead when I have some better skills.
That sounds so great.
Yeah.
The entire premise is fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you. Your reaction has fully solidified the idea for me now because I was hesitant at first. I was like, is it disrespectful for this character who just wants, his people not to be killed and to make it that his whole thing is that he dick pic.
If he's got to do it that way, he's got to do it that way. Like I can't blame him. Humans are
he's like
not the
terrible.
best.
He's just a monk who wants to understand humans. And this will be the final regrettable thing.
I'm finally
so
finally done with humans. This is what pushed me over the edge.
Yeah, this is the final drop. And I'm like, honestly, Ram, I would do the same. Probably.
Feels. Welcome in Kata, by the way.
Suffer as I have.
Suffer. I think my favorite one is supposed to be an intimidating line, but I always say it to my teammates instead. So you walk up to somebody, do your worst, or I will. And I'm like, wait.
That is such a good thing, though. That also feels like Like, in the best way, that is so you.
Yeah.
To use it like that.
Of course I'm gonna go do that.
your worst.
I will. It's friggin'
History will forgive me, even if you will not.
all of his voice lines are so funny to me.
They're so funny and so good. Like,
Yeah.
it's so good because he's so serious.
He's such a serious guy. His lines are so hardcore in comparison.
Right? Like,
Ooh.
take that compared to Ventures that taste like dirt.
They need a new skin though, for real. Kata,
Oh yeah.
level 5.
Imagine if they had been Deku in the new
I'm scared.
cross.
Wait, if they have what?
If they had made Venture Deku for the My Hero Academia crossover.
I've actually never seen My Hero Academia.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. It's more Venture. Deku is more Venture coded than Tracer. I haven't finished the anime and I haven't read the manga. However, Venture deserves better. Like, okay, sorry, Juno got a skin
Before Venture did.
that was the whole thing, and yet, my poor child. They were like Overwatch's like little poster child for like exactly 1/2 season.
Yeah, they did not last too long there. I love Venture though. They're great. They're very entertaining.
They're so cute. Like there are like 3 Overwatch characters who I just feel intensely strongly for. And I can only say one of them decently. Lifeweaver, my beautiful boy, so silly, who says, "Off to disappoint my mother again." Like his voice lines when you play him are incredible. There's Ramatra, who I am very, very normal about.
Love Ramatra.
Yes, specifically.
Normal. What do you mean?
His overthrown highlight intro.
I got the Necromancer looking one. It's so good.
Yeah, I don't like the Necromancy skin. However, I'm just saying, he literally has you on the ground, puts his stuff like under, like to tilt your head up to look at him. Excuse me? I am asexual, mister. What the fuck?
You need to calm down.
You can't do this to me. You are a robot.
That also means that they don't have to rest.
Yeah. Oh, stop that right now. Yeah, and then there's Venture, who is just my sweet precious child.
We love Venture.
We love Venture, and they deserve so much better. But alas, they are just a silly little guy.
I read the manga. Biggest problem was that the author lost the plot, and I don't understand what story he wanted to tell. I heard it doesn't really go anywhere until about season 3 in the anime.
Yeah,
or like it doesn't pick up or something.
Yeah, I know I watched a fair chunk of it, and I don't really remember the plot. Like, I remember the setting. I remember the characters. I remember the one character who, like, there are fanfic universes where the only thing that's different is that that character doesn't exist. Who's like, I don't know, his hair looks like grapes, and he like sexualizes people.
He sounds like a lovely individual.
Very lovely individual. Why would anyone ever want to get rid of him? Anyway, yeah, no, I don't remember what the plot itself is. Oh.
The moment AI decides not to take over the world because humanity destroys itself is better than AI can plan.
Honestly.
LOL.
That is too real, honestly.
Yeah. I had to stop explaining some stuff the other night to my wife. And we got too deep.
Yeah. Sometimes you just go and you get too deep and you're like, oh, well, what is the point? What is my goal with this conversation? Where do I want us to go?
We just turned the whole. We just changed subjects, like hard change, and just went with it.
Yeah, because honestly, sometimes, because that's the thing. clunky subject changes are underrated. That is my
you can share.
little. I wouldn't call it a hot take. It's kind of like lukewarm, but like because people are a little too scared of a little too scared of being awkward. Like, I may be biased because I am autistic, but I think that as long as your communication serves a purpose and it is effective, then you're usually good. And it doesn't always have to be smooth and seamless. Sometimes a hard contrast is a good thing.
Yeah.
Chloe.
you did your
Chloe
your
now.
wife. I would tell you all about it, but
Good
that's
night, everybody.
Twitch TOS and whatnot,
Yeah.
But related to Overwatch skins,
Yes, Overwatch. Hello.
they did that crossover with Cowboy Bebop
Yeah.
a while back, and I actually had
Mhm.
never seen it, and I just finished watching it last night.
What do you? I haven't seen it, but I want to so bad. How badly should I want to watch it right now?
It depends on how much credit you give my opinion. I don't watch a lot of animes. I don't have a lot of like comparison.
Well, honestly, that makes me more intrigued.
That's valid. That's valid. Hoy, I did see your suggestion. I put it in here. I wanna talk about it, but I haven't gotten there yet. I thought the show itself overall it was a good show. I'm not sure I would ever watch it again.
That is valid. That is very
Um,
valid.
Without giving you any spoilers, I felt
Mhm.
that there's like the animes that have one season, right? And it's a
Yeah.
lot of like really interesting character building, and then it feels like they just ran out of time to tell the story, and
Yeah.
they just blasted out in the last like 2 episodes.
Yep.
That's how it ends. And I can't
That's.
say
Oh, that can be so.
it's not
Yeah, I
bad.
know what you
It's
mean.
not bad. But like
But it hurts
it
when you
was
know it
like
has potential.
I get they could have done it better. I don't know. People love that show. And so it's
Yeah,
hard for
and
me
like,
to be like, eh?
well, for me, one of the things that I have found, yes, from my experiences being a neurodivergent person who gets hyperfixations, the things that I often become most attached to are the ones that are severely flawed but have so much potential. Because those are the things where you just want it to be a little better. You can do this, you know this, you've got this show, and then your brain starts going with all the potential, and like that's what gets people to create fanfics and all that stuff, you know? But for me nowadays it just really hurts when something is super great and then I just feel it kind of lose its pacing, fall off the rails, like forget what it's doing, going in circles, and it's just no,
Yeah. Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Especially
Uh,
when it has ended and it doesn't get any more chances to like pull itself back together.
Shoot, even the ones that do get that opportunity in roundabout, um, sometimes they just go on too long, and I'm like, all right, guys, this is
Yeah.
a lot. Like I look directly at like Naruto for that.
Mm. Yeah, I haven't watched Naruto actually. I have friends who adore it, but then every time I've been like, okay, so if I'm gonna start watching it, they're like, okay, well you have to watch this entire series first, and then it gets good. And I'm like, huh?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah. An ADHD vegetable. a,
that's
le-
me.
a
Well, no, I'm
legume. Or wait,
legume. Yeah,
a gri. Wait,
grunts.
a gris, a grusa,
So it's like green, but with an instead of e.
grinsock,
Grunsock. Grunsock.
grunsock. I got it. Yeah,
Pretty good.
we're good. I'm getting
Pretty
there. I'm
German, but
learning.
pretty good.
Grun, grun, grun. Anyway, hi, welcome in, Burton.
Hi.
Your mom could have done it better. You were literally the person I was like, I don't want to like insult Cowboy Bebop because it was a good show. It just, I don't know. The end. I think it was because the ending was just like, I wanted there to be more Ooh, you got the cool little dots above the U thing, the O thing. Grossak.
Grins.
Naruto should be stopped after the pain arc. Oh wait,
Pain
I'm
arc.
at that arc. I fell
Oh.
off with the filler. I couldn't do it anymore, and I fell off. I guess right before a whole bunch of shit went down.
Ooh.
Ooh, thank you very much, anonymous gifter, for the sub.
Oh, thank you.
Yay!
I clap. I applaud for thee.
Much
Oh, look at the
claps.
little guys jumping.
Yoo! I love it when whenever you get like a sub and stuff,
Oh, that's
it's a
so
little
cute.
jump. It's real cute.
Hell yeah. And also, I think there's like isn't there a drop thing going on right now? If you gift subs, you get nitro? That's a fun thing.
It was
I've seen like every Twitch channel I
September.
come into lately.
It's like they're cheaper
Okay.
right now or
Like,
something. I'm not sure.
yeah, I know there's a drop. 1 second.
In any case, guys, we could probably dive into actual world building things here if we want.
What? Doing the
What?
thing we came here to do?
What?
Who would do such a thing?
I know, it's just like basically we're just fucking about.
Yeah.
It's so good.
But to be fair though, I am super excited about this region. Because like, in part because like I think I was lurking in stream when you and Sunny like just the moment when you added the big crack. in
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
desert.
because you came in and got super stoked about it, because
I got super stoked, and then I was like, I
yeah.
have to sleep. Then I got super distracted, I think.
Yeah,
And
because I
so
think
like,
that was when Snack joined in and we did the big
yeah,
crack in the desert, because it was so empty. There was just
it was so
nothing
empty.
there.
And then they were like, well, how about the underground civilization?
Which
And I just,
effectively doubles this map.
yeah. Yes, which is so exciting. And I just like the sheer glee when you added the big crack. I was like, yes. And like now looking at this area, I'm just like my brain just starts going immediately.
All right, let's do it. Okay, hang on. The first thing I want to address is Hoy put up a suggestion quite a while ago, and I want to read it.
Ooh. Hit me.
The noble family has a half-broken flying ship. Now the ship serves as a royal carriage drawn by horses, over decorated with gold, which I kind of think could be an interesting thought process. Which
Ooh.
there's a couple of things we want to address here.
Yes.
Flying ships,
Mm-hmm.
and then nobility in the desert.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, essentially, what would be the sort of hierarchy governing system?
Which, of course, we'll have
And
to come up with, but like,
yeah,
we can come up with
and
other stuff too.
yeah, and also in terms of flying ships, because that raises like that opens a whole bag of worms. No, we don't keep them in the bag. I mean, maybe I don't know if that's more comfortable. Can of worms.
They're in styrofoam cups and some dirt generally here when you.
Well, that opens a whole new cup of worms. But because the thing that I'm thinking is remind me, like, what is the like level of tech in the like
This world
like
is
how high magic, how high tech are we talking?
the high level of tech that we are at least in region 1, which is about as high tech as we've gotten, is kind of Victorian, just on the cusp of like steampunk, but high magic.
Ooh, that is wonderful.
So it is feasible that there is such a thing as a flying ship. However, if we add a flying ship, that changes travel significantly.
However,
So, yeah, what do you got?
well, because my thinking is, well, in order for someone to proudly bring around a broken airship, it would probably have to be pretty significant. Maybe the airship is from somewhere far away and it ended up in this region. Like, this is not from here. And I'm gonna have to be reminded of how big of an area we're talking about with the campaigns.
Okay, okay.
But
What if it
they're
came from a different continent? What if it was
exactly
imported?
a different continent. Someone tried to explore where no one had fully explored before, and maybe the airship thing, like that technology, is kind of new over there. Maybe there's a place where there is more of the steampunk technology enveloped, like being developed. Also, steam, hot air balloons, those kind of things. And maybe they came to right around this area, crashed, and the local population were like, well, this is ours now. We can't make it work because this is way different than the more magic focused technology we use. But it's a trophy and it's really cool looking. It is vehicle.
Could it a small spelljammer ship? I know so little about spelljammer.
I mean,
Yo, Kata hit me with that build. But yeah, I gotta go look up spelljammer. Hang on.
yeah, because what I know about spelljammer ships is they look essentially like.
They look cool
I may
as
be talking out of
shit.
my ass. They look like boats, but they go to space. Yippee!
That is such a cool looking ship. Hang on, I'll put it in the
Yes, please.
stream.
Drum.
Strum. Spelljammer ship.
Jam those spells. I believe it's magic powered. That's why it's called. Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah. Spelljammers vary in design, but contain common elements. Fan-shaped sails. Blah 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 blah. History. Technology has existed for a long time. Describe 3 beholder colony ships. What do you fucking mean, colony ships? Hold up.
Oh yeah, there's a whole universe out there.
Woo!
Forget another continent. It's from another planet.
Yeah, we're getting into space.
Yeah!
Although I think we can come up with something for that. Okay, all right. Let's say, for all intents and purposes, maybe we could either go along the route of it being from another country or from another continent, because I wouldn't want it to be from any of the regions players can get to yet.
Yeah, no. It needs to be
So
inaccessible.
it would come from like way the hell to the east, or possibly even if they went to the west, there'd be more continents out that way.
Honestly.
So maybe it crashed, or sorry, alternatively, it could just be a remnant from a now long forgotten civilization.
Ooh. Ooh, that is pretty neat. Yeah, so it could be like an ancient thing. And then you don't have to worry about encountering this technology too much in the future and more like traces being found. Because what I was going to say on the note of it being part of the current world, so to say, is like the cool thing about it also being an airship is maybe it's from a region that is otherwise extremely isolated and has no other means of travel, like where like you couldn't really get to, which would explain why it would be like so rare.
Like, I'm trying to think how it would be super isolated, or if we could do something here that is isolated. Because if you look really closely at that map, in the Red Desert, there are floating islands.
Ooh, that is true.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look.
Let me answer this too. So we got finished the build. We got a fighter who's a Ruined Knight, custom lineage, Fey touched with Misty Stepped and Compelled Duel. Compelled Duel is neat. I just learned about Compelled Duel in my local campaign the other day. That was neat.
Ooh.
Rewarded with the Lucky Feat. Feat a level 4 Sentinel, classic. And Fire Ruin and Stone Ruin, Fist of Fire. Also, the fighting
Ooh.
style is unarmed. I want a monk without being a monk, so I made that. So literally, you could compel people to fight you in taverns for money
Fight
and
me!
always win. This sounds great, actually.
That is so good.
Yeah, Kata's solid at fighter builds, like scarily
Mm.
so.
Oh yeah, that is your level area of expertise.
And now without the
The
says, oh,
idea.
the spelljammer ship. Yeah.
Level of leadership is. Ooh.
I am the fighter man. Yes, you are. Suggestion. Locals misunderstood that the ship as a carriage of the sun god. The royals used that belief to unite the desert clans in one empire. Ooh. Boy is just stuffed full of ideas.
Yeah, your whatever the illness is cooking up within you, keep it going because this stuff is great. I don't know what the thing I said was, but I like your ideas. Is what I'm trying to convey.
For real, for
Because
real.
one idea that I got with the floating island, combined with like the big rift or crack in the ground. Because what if a reason why the airship? Because if we're building on the idea that this is from an ancient civilization,
Mhm.
maybe there is some sort of magical compound or mineral that exists, like somewhat naturally in this area that
Okay.
gives you the effect of like levitating flight. But you need a big amount in order to actually lift something off the ground. And maybe over time, the material has been broken up, scattered, sold for like to all different kinds of things. It would take an extreme amount in order to get a ship up the ground. And the highest amount that is still
Ah.
present would be in that little island.
Oh, in the floating
Or
ones. Ooh.
yeah, or maybe they got the material from the ship.
The floating islands?
Yeah, maybe. Or the other way around. I don't know which would come first.
The
But it
chicken
would
or
be
the
like,
egg?
yeah. Or in this
Hmm.
case, the shell or the yolk. The levitating yolk.
I would probably say, like, I'm gonna spitball here because we have floating islands and we have a big crack.
Mhm.
So maybe the islands are the past civilization and people just can't get up to them generally.
Ooh.
Like
Yes.
very few exploration parties have been able to get up there because it requires a physical bird person to get up there or using high
Yeah.
level spells to fly, like, and those that
Yeah, and
do
you have to.
go don't
Yeah.
come back or something,
Oh. Ooh, that's good.
because then it becomes a dangerous place. I want to write this. Hang on.
Yeah, write that down because that is
Okay.
amazing stuff. And also, not only is it super intriguing, it would also explain why whatever this technology is has been so inaccessible. And also, if someone were to go there, why they would probably not be able to bring anything back.
This also allows the players in this particular region, in theory, to get
Hmm.
a flying ship,
Yeah,
which is very funny. Okay,
it's
so
super funny.
remains of ancient civilization is the floating islands. Many search parties, but few returning people. Those who do return are traumatized. I don't know
Forever
why, but
changed.
traumatized.
Well, I'm thinking because if this is from a civilization that existed a long time ago and now they are gone, that, like, first of all, super, like, very advanced technologically, combined with now being gone, whatever wiped them out could still be up there, or maybe they created traps or something super advanced to keep people out.
I was thinking the second one because I was thinking like turrets or some shit like that. Like
Yes.
they're super advanced, maybe more so towards the steampunk magic combination,
Yes.
more so than anybody else has been. But for whatever reason, they don't exist. So we need to find a reason for that.
Yeah, because maybe the technology that is in the traps. Wait a minute. I'm thinking.
We could make that a
Wait,
tome.
brain is connecting things.
And the mommy Lord Lich of the Old Empire is sleeping there.
Mommy? Mommy.
Heyo.
I thought I misheard, but no, this
No,
did
no, no.
say
You
mommy
heard.
lord.
You heard right.
The mommy lord.
I made a mommy tiefling for my other group.
Okay, this explains.
It's for
Yeah.
Anna. For Anna.
It's D&D. Why would I ever question anything?
Yeah, you can't question nothing. It's
Can't
either
question shit.
depending on the group, it'll be mommy lich or daddy lich. Take your pick. But either way, we got this. We're doing great.
Yeah. Beautiful. What's the thing? Oh, it would be maybe. The thought I had, because
Yeah.
we're talking about a civilization that was wiped out for whatever reason, or at least is no longer here. As I said that, I was like, well, I have another potential idea. But if we're going with the wiped out thing, that reminds me of, well, we have another area where civilizations were wiped out. And with the shattered, the echoing isles. And
Oh, that's true. Although that. Go ahead. Yeah. Finish your thought. You're good.
No, because the thing is, having two of one thing, or like a recurring thing, sometimes it's just a theme, and sometimes it's a pattern.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the kind of thing where either we can make it something different, or we could connect them, or they're just two separate things.
That's true. They are close
another
enough.
Thing,
yeah, they could be connected.
Exactly. Like maybe the technology that allowed that weapon of mass destruction to be created was originally created on these islands, and that's why there are traps in place to prevent the technology from reaching anywhere else. Or maybe, since they had flying ships, they just took off into the stars.
They had a rapture.
They had a rapture, then they went off into the sunset.
Okay. We gotta figure out what happened to these people.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. I don't want to necessarily copy what we did in the Echoing Isles, for sure.
No, I'm not saying copying. I would say it possibly connect, if anything.
Connecting. Maybe this was super advanced civilization, and Side A managed to obtain technology beyond them, and that's why they couldn't control it.
Yeah, things they could not understand.
So that would make this particular civilization, this big desert, would be the
once great.
Yeah. Was it always a desert?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So let's write this down
They
here.
used all the water for steam. Sorry.
We could easily connect the smoking rift with the destruction of the desert. Yes, we could. I know we talked about possibly having that just happen, like at the starting point. Oh, hey.
Ooh.
What's up, everybody?
Rift. Oh, hello.
Welcome in, Raiders. Hey, guys. How was stream?
Welcome to Worldbuilding Wednesday. I can speak.
What'd you guys? Let me get this taken care of. Hang on. Shout out. Bam. For everybody who's in chat before the raid, if you don't follow Catchy Cantrips, fantastic. It's a duo dungeon masters, and they do some great home brewing, and they do a lot of sketching and interaction with chat and world building and stuff, and it's a great time. I actually like sitting in on their content. I totally recommend them. But Raiders, welcome in. If you don't know me, I am Boldmordred. I do lots of D&D stuff, mostly D&D stuff. Today is World Building Wednesday, and we are building one of 5 regions of my homebrew world. We're just kind of working out some really basic lore based on the visuals provided. And yeah, we do.
It's brainstorming extravaganza.
Yeah. I'm also streaming today with my wonderful friend Mandy, or 2pods1p, and they are
Hello.
very wonderful, and I love having them here. But yeah, welcome in, guys. Dimensional door opens. I'm a world builder. How many worlds have I built? I mean, that depends on how big of a world we're talking, but like I would probably say objectively about 4. This one is my largest one so far. It is very in depth and very large.
Yeah. This one is there's so much to it,
Yeah,
and
it's
more is being added as we speak. But literally, not right this second, but like
as we
literally,
speak
we're speaking, and that's how
after
it's
the
happening.
yeah.
So.
Hey, look, creative juices. We were just talking about that.
Yeah, we were talking about it. I believe. I just have a feeling. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like creative juices is an American term originally.
I honestly don't know where it originates from, although I am interested to find out. But after that
To be
session,
fair, British people have weird sayings.
I feel like
Very weird.
everybody has weird sayings, right, in their own particular
Oh
way.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Ooh,
Honestly, indeed.
Kim,
So,
I hope your campaign creation goes. We like the creative juices going around, so it's super. It's a good time. That's all we do. We just throw ideas back and forth, and some of them make it into these region stuff and all that. You got a plus 100 on your social credit score there, Mandy, with
oh my
extravaganza.
god. Thank you. Thank you. The
But
word
well,
psyop, you get 100 too from me. I awarded.
but catchy cantrips, guys. What were you guys working on today? Tell me all
I'm
about it.
curious.
Did you finish any major projects you were on there? Also, everybody who rated, definitely feel free to take a break, grab yourself a drink, a snack, do anything you need to take care of. We're just gonna be vibing in here, so no worries.
Yeah, it's a Wednesday. We're just chilling and just spitting some cool ideas and just usually being more silly than not. So
Usually more silly, yeah. But that's the good
yeah,
times.
and also in chat, like if you have ideas and suggestions, just throw them at us because that is half the fun here.
It really
We just
is.
go crazy.
Because they just snowball. Like one little idea comes out, and then all of a sudden we have an entire civilization and backstory from like
And Todd the trauma god.
and Todd the trauma god. Yes, we love Todd. He really needs to be integrated somewhere. Wait, wait,
Is this?
wait. What if
I
Todd
think I think
originally is from this civilization?
Oh my god!
Yep, okay.
And that's why
Todd
people
is
come back traumatized
apparently I have
when they
caps lock
venture
on.
into the ruins.
We gotta come back to Todd. Oh, that's the lich. That's the lich.
Todd origins.
Oh, very in depth and
And
very large. I thought Catchy rated a PG stream. um, yeah, I do have an 18 plus warning on this stream. I highly, actually, I not highly recommend. If you're under 18, I'm sorry, get out. It's not like a focus, but there is enough adult content that makes it way into this stream that, yeah. My juice isn't creative. I try to keep creative juice on hand, but I just really enjoy grape juice more.
I also keep drinking up your entire stash
Yeah.
of creative juices.
What do you mean where it originates? Clear that creative juice comes from creative lemons. Yeah, I'm creating a D&D campaign like a 10-shotter episodic, where it's based on anime, mostly delicious in dungeon. I gotta watch that one.
Me
I hear
too.
so much about that. Apparently, that's the watch party we're gonna be doing because I've still
Oh
got
my
to do
god,
one.
yes, please.
Yeah.
Yes, please. In the
So
Discord?
yeah.
Speaking
I
of.
gotta put out like an event so people can like sign up for it or whatever. Oh,
If you
very
want in on
nice,
this,
very nice. Thank
hit
you.
up the Discord.
So survival crafting campaign in a mega dungeon run by a mad mage. That sounds amazing, actually, Kimma.
Yeah, that is actually awesome. Which,
Mandy
please.
isn't crazy.
I am a little crazy.
Yeah, if
A
you ever
little
want some
unhinged.
D&D-esque, very unhinged, but we enjoy that. Definitely
Why do
watch
you
it.
think I got 2 pods to myself?
Or solo leveling. I've heard good things about solo leveling too, but I know that one's supposed to be way bigger. I'm not even sure if it's done. Are Pods
Uh,
and Bold a single streamer, or do they have separate Twitch? We are separate Twitch identities, though.
yeah, I'm not a streamer really, except for, well, when I'm on Mordred's stream, because he invites me and it just has such a wonderful community. But this is
Yay!
Mordred's channel, and well, we were talking about this earlier. We have some silly lore where I am indeed his bastard son, Podrick. Podrick the P.
Indeed,
And
my bastard
some
son.
other obscure stuff, dying, returning from the dead, being gay, those things.
What's the
That one's
official
just me in
title you
real
have?
life.
Pod
My
Reverend
official
Bastard Son of Mord.
title.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
that's the
it.
one currently.
That's the
It keeps
whole title.
changing.
We're gonna have to like nail down this lore at some point. It's gonna be great. Or Rising.
We'll ask Bake. Bake takes notes all the time.
Love Bake.
Think of.
But yeah, okay. So like, or Rising of Shield Hero, we got that too. Only a little unhinged. Absolutely. Okay, we're diving back in, but where were we?
Yes.
I lost
Where
track.
were we? Oh yeah, Origins. Well,
Well,
Todd Origins, but also
Todd Origins, but
the floating islands
oh
and
right,
them
yeah.
possibly being the trace of a long gone civilization that was very advanced. I am from Sweden as well, Lucy Wolf.
Man, you're getting called out.
I'm getting called out. This is the second time someone has clocked.
Apparently, you
Is
just
my
sound
accent?
really Swedish.
Well, I have been told I speak English pretty much the same way I speak Swedish nowadays. Because I just stopped trying to imitate an accent. Because that's the thing when you're learning English as a second language, you have too many choices.
There are
They try to
so
teach you
many
British,
dialects of it.
and everything else is in American. But
No.
Mordred is an actual American.
Fortunately, unfortunately, I'm gonna go with unfortunately, but I don't
Oh, yeah. That's okay. That's how we know you're a good one.
know.
Sorry.
I can't hear Bastard Son without instantly picturing Denzel Curry's ultimate brain rotted. Whoa. Wait, what? You sound Swedish, but I don't sound American?
Eh?
Eh?
I don't,
Well,
I
I
don't
can't.
know what I sound like.
I mean, actually American.
Actually,
That's me.
that's you. I don't even know. I have no brain
So wait,
cells.
learning English. Did you have a particular like?
I mean, in school in Sweden, we're taught English from age 9-ish, a little younger. And the thing is, I grew up watching American animated movies that were sent by my great uncle Harry, who lives in New
Ah,
Jersey. So that's where I got like my fundamental English from. Then
right.
English, and it's just like a core subject all the way up through school. But they teach you British English then. So like my grammar is mostly based in British. But then all the media that I consumed in the teenage years, American English. So I just can, also because just comfortability wise for my Swedish dialect, Gothenburg, for those who know, I doubt many do, but I have been called out as Swedish twice, so who knows? Well, for my accent, American English is just more comfortable because this melody doesn't really come quite naturally for me. Really, I think it's kind of silly. No, that was very bad.
That was really
I can't
good,
do it
actually.
anymore.
That was solid. That was solid 10 out of 10.
Well, when I was visiting James in Britain, I just kept accent switching and the entire time, and I do that in Swedish as well. It's kind of annoying. I just mimic whoever I'm surrounded by, and the best way I can avoid, or at least maintain my own way of speech, is by just being kind of consistent. So the way I speak Swedish and English melodically are very similar. So like, if you ask me to say something in Swedish, it will sound fairly similar, except my voice gets more high pitched because I was raised female.
Right. No, I don't sound
So
Swedish. I sound I get that a lot from people outside of the U.S. just because they do consume so much of that
yeah,
media, like you do. That
yeah.
sounded like Arnold. I sounded like Arnold. Hang on, wait. You do the
Wasn't that
chopper.
what we were doing actually? I don't know what Arnold sounds like.
Actually.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Mr.
What?
Arnold, is that you?
That wasn't. We're just bouncing all over. Yeah,
Who
last
are
year in high
you?
school.
Yeah. I think any idea of focus is kind of out the window. We have fun ideas though. We
Oh
should go back to
yeah.
those. We should get back to
Oh,
them.
by the way, I didn't mention it at the time. I was overwhelmed by all the things happening. Lucy Wolf, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. Twist, all of Bolt's chatters are Swedish. Wait, do I have more Swedish friends? I don't think so.
I don't know. Do you?
I don't think I do. I
I
think
mean,
it's
at
just
least now
you.
you have. At least now we're two. Yippee!
Yay!
You know,
Yeah.
I don't have many more Swedish friends. I'll be introducing you to one of my Swedish friends later on through the D&D server.
Wow,
But
the
I
D&D
mostly have
server.
Norwegian friends
Got you.
out of my Nordic gang.
I got you. I appreciate the introductions, of course.
Always.
Yes, and I hate when we
Yeah.
got British English. I love a more American English. It's really funny because I have a co-host that I hang out with on here, or like special guest or whatever you call it, who's also a streamer who is very British, and it's very
Yeah.
entertaining when we just goof off. My voice don't sound the same. Plus, I am a girl, but my voice is in the middle. Ah, I got you.
No, I got you, Lucy.
We
Yeah,
are the
because
best kind
the
of
thing
Swedish.
though,
Hell yeah.
when you're taught British English in school, but you watch and consume American media, like your teacher is gonna just clock you for like spelling color without a U, like all those little things, like
Oh, that's so
recognize
funny.
with a Z instead of S, and it's like, bro, just let me accept this as a stylistic choice.
It's
However,
so close. Yeah.
then when we get to like the Swedish equivalent of like high school / college age, I don't really know. Our system is different. I'm just gonna say like ages 16 through 18. Then at least my teachers were more open to, okay, you get to pick which kind of English, you get to pick your dialect. However, you have to be consistent, and that was the hardest part. Because listen, some words you don't know have a different spelling. You just don't know. And then you're like, what do you mean choice is spelled with an S in stupid?
I never understood the difference between color and color. And there's like some other words that I can't think of right now. Color.
I mean, just trading out all the Z's and S's.
Oh, it's Zed. Zed always threw me off.
Oh, Zed.
Because I was like,
Zed.
what do you fucking mean, Zed? What does that mean? They're like, Zed, like the letter. And I'm like, Z?
To be fair, Z and C are so, like, those are a nightmare for my auditory processing to tell the difference between if someone is, like, spelling something out for me.
Yep.
Also, the Swedish pronunciation of the word Z is Zäta. So like Zäta, Z, that's closer. Because
Zata,
that's
like with a
technically
Z,
British.
or with an S.
Uh, I mean, it is the letter
Zata.
Z.
Okay,
Z.
so
Now I
Zata.
switch. Oh no. Ah, fuck! Fuck!
It's going so
We
good.
have to stop this. We have to stop this.
Okay, I'm actually. Hang
Yeah.
on, wait. I'm actually half Swedish, half Portuguese. That's a neat combination, actually.
Ooh.
Um,
Hell yeah.
what are chat stream avatars? That is a great
You heard my Swedish.
question. What are these little things? Like
What little things?
the little guys. The little
Wait,
guys.
on
Sorry, the stream guys. I don't know. Maybe they're the voices in my head.
who are we? I
Because
feel like we're just.
I enjoy that everybody gets to make their own little fella, and it just brings me a lot of joy.
I mean, aren't we knights of your
That's
little?
true. Because that's what I ended up. I switched around a lot initially between like having minions and stuff and being like evil. I'm just not evil. I can't do
I mean, you can still have minions.
it. That's what you are. It was a 2-for-1 deal.
Yippee! That's true. Yeah.
Chat avatars are
Are we an
the
army?
Patriot or Forgotten Gods. Ooh. Zeta Supremacy. Yeah, I guess we should have some actual lore. Technically speaking, whenever somebody follows, it is welcome as a bold knight. So, yeah, they'd be knights.
We're your little knights.
Yeah.
And you are the general, Mr. DM.
Mr. DM.
Knights. Sir DM.
I love the psyops. It's just like, oh, hey, there's all these commands. Push all the buttons.
Good.
Love it. But yeah, I know a whole bunch of stuff. Relatedly, the play D&D is I do professional campaigns. I actually have one that I do on Monday nights right now, in case you ever want to see one in action. And then all of the videos are edited up a little bit and then put on YouTube, in case you want to see it in action. But if you are interested, you can click on that link there and sign up and all that, and it's pretty good time. Anyway, I think Hoy's right.
Anyway.
Let's get back in officially.
Yeah. So to catch you up, everyone who joined, you wonderful creatures, we're expanding on this area. We haven't named it yet, but as you can see, desert, there's an island, and then in this little orangey Badlands looking region, you can see there's a big floating island. And we have determined that this place holds the remnants of a civilization that is long gone, and it had some advanced technology, like think advanced steampunkish magic flying ship type stuff.
Yeah.
And something about Todd the Trauma God?
Sorry, my brain was like, we were talking about what happened to everybody and whether or not people survived, and if no one survived whatever calamity caused the entire civilization to be destroyed, maybe because there's some sort of mommy daddy lich in the floating place, maybe that's just Todd.
Yeah.
Which kind of gives the vibe of players being able to challenge a god, but he's not really a god because it's Todd.
Yeah, but listen, Todd is cool. He'll let people challenge them.
Oh yeah, we love Todd.
They will get traumatized, probably.
That's all the information we have. It's just Todd the Trauma God. That's it.
Yeah.
There's no additional content.
Yeah, no, I think we were talking about like potential gods, and there was like a god of trauma, and I was like, trauma god, Todd.
Trauma god, Todd.
And Mordred thought that was funny.
It just cracked me up a lot.
It's silly.
Yeah, if you look at the red desert there, Psyops, you'll see there's some like floating some floating islands is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Which is
You might have to
the
zoom in a little to see it.
I can. Yeah, let me.
Oh yeah, you can too. I
Where
meant
the
them, but yes.
hell is my OBS? There it is. My God, I have so many windows up.
Maybe I mean
Wow.
that's good fresh air, you know. Oh my god.
Toddy's nuts. Got him.
Oh my god. There you
Todd
go.
the trauma kind. He's an ass or a lich who loves to piss people off because of boredom. So his whole, I thought he'd be traumatized. Maybe he is.
I mean, maybe both.
But like maybe his whole point is just inflicting trauma, and there's no purpose. It's just he enjoys inflicting trauma.
Yeah, it's like, well, I can change people forever by just being a little silly, being a little goofy. I just remove their sense of safety forever. Yippee! That's pretty hilarious.
Okay, guys. I also realized not the other day, just a few minutes ago. But I got a new fun emote
Hada
that I gotta figure out how to get it usable.
hada ha.
How to. It's an
Hada
animated one, so
hada
like
hada. Isn't that what they say?
how to.
Hada.
Yeah, that's it.
I
I
don't
keep
know.
redeeming that
That's
on a friend of mine. It's very entertaining. Okay, I added it. Maybe it'll pop up eventually. I don't know.
I'm refreshing stream right now.
Do we have to refresh the stream to see it?
I don't know. I'm just doing it.
Okay, but I'm gonna reduce this map back to what it was. Ah, there it is.
Oh?
It's a little me getting booped.
Oh my god! I love him!
I have a whole bunch of things getting done, but I was like, I'm gonna add this. This looks
Oh
fun.
my god. It's beautiful.
Isn't it? I've got to get a whole bunch of
It-
dice stuff. But this is my first one, and I love it so much.
It's so perfect.
I
Are you
can.
getting hit in the head with a die? That's so cute.
It's so on point. Actually, it was supposed to be a brick, and I was like, hey, artist, this is a friend of mine, Hoya, actually. Um, I was like, can you make it a die? And they're like, yes. I was like, thank you. Thank you so much.
It's getting punked.
Why does the
Punk?
shock
No.
emote have a wiener shadow? What do you mean?
What? Doing it. Sorry. Cat is here.
Oh, you are you talking about the like purple in between the eyes? It's just supposed to be shock, but now I'm never gonna be able to unsee that.
Heh pee pee. I mean, I can see the
Boy.
pee.
Okay. Blaine, quit getting distracted. Jesus Christ.
Wait, who would ever get distracted on this
No,
stream?
okay.
Our train of thought is just going in a perfectly straight line.
Hoy's got some solid emotes going on.
I did just get the news that I might have to be very quiet in a little bit, so I might have to uh, leave the VC
Sure.
shortly and just hang out in chat. Sadly,
No, that makes sense. It's pretty late out there. So whatever
it
you
is pretty
gotta
late.
dip, you dip, and I will
Thank you.
continue talking to chat.
Todding?
Yeah.
Todd? Is that you, Todd?
I'm also an artist and an animator. That's awesome. How long have
Oh
you
my
been doing
god.
that? And then moving here, let's focus on
Yes.
moving it down. We have flying ships. They are not imported. It is not any of that. Actually, we have already established this over here. Flying ships, unusable, mostly destroyed. One is perfectly intact and used as a carriage by quotations royal family.
The local
And
leaders.
is incredibly gilded with gold.
Ooh, imagine like if it were to be constructed kind of similar to a spelljammer, or at least like use some sort of sails. Imagine just like using that to trek around the desert area. A sand ship.
Well, I was kind of wondering, like, maybe they would see that and base some kind of like sand traversal sail, like think like Avatar or The Last
Yes.
Airbender
Yes,
kind of
exactly.
thing.
Yeah.
Based on this design, desert transports have been made in the style of airbender sandbenders.
Yeah.
Love it.
It's beautiful.
Oh yes, thank you for that, Mandy, for both things.
No, don't worry about it.
Okay, so we got transportation because we have the two big desert cities. The one on the right is kind of like the entry one, like you don't enter the desert without equipping proper gear because that means death.
Yeah.
You'd probably need a navigator, stuff like that. So we have the cracks in the center, right? And that I want to say maybe that is releasing the natural mineral, or maybe it's becoming vapor or gas due to something.
Ooh. Ooh, that would be a cool idea. Like maybe the reason why it's able to cause flight is that it like at a certain temperature becomes like gas like and lighter than air. And so like if when it's down in the ground it is fully solid and you can move it, but then as you handle it, I don't know. That's I
Yeah, yeah,
don't know
yeah,
about
yeah, yeah,
physics,
yeah. I think we're
but that
on
would
we're on
explain.
point.
And then I remember the quote unquote tooth fairies.
Yes,
Did
we
they have
did.
something to do with the crack in the ground?
I did talk to Snag about the Tooth Fairy race.
Because that
What
was
are
the
they
last thing
called?
I remember from that time.
Soul elves. That's what we called them.
The Soul Elf.
The soul elves. Um, However, we discussed they wouldn't necessarily be from there because they're very isolated. So wherever I put
Ooh.
them needs to be pretty much nobody else ever goes there.
Mm.
So I am opting not to put them in the hole. That doesn't mean we can't
Yeah.
make a new race that goes in the
A new
hole.
hole.
Yeah, new hole race, whole new race.
A whole new race. That was beautiful, Mord. I couldn't commend you on that pun
So
because I was
good.
mid singing.
It was a beautiful song. Also, Psyop's great joke.
Well,
Hoy
Hoyt,
says the
it's not
current
that they
ruler
steal your bones while you
is.
sleep, but
I mean, they'll pay for your bones.
they'll pay for your bones.
Such a weird
Especially
race. I love it so much.
they they believe that your baby teeth hold your soul.
Indeed.
It's very logical.
They use them as currency. They encase it with metal, with the family crest metal, if you will.
To protect the
Well,
soul.
there's a whole lot going on with that race. That was a previous episode. There's a lot to go through. The current ruler is extremely fat, and the only reason why he can move is he lives on a flying carpet. That's near too small for his ass. Well, it's not the bone fairies, it's silly stuff. I like this idea. I don't know how I would incorporate the flying carpet. I
Yeah,
mean, I guess
especially
if
flight is
we had,
something rare, but
because I'm not that flying stuff is a bad thing or anything like that, but I'm tentative to give players any level of flying.
yeah, because they can very easily be abused.
Um,
And it can very easily get out of hand, more so than abused.
mhm. But I like this idea. I'm gonna put it in here, but I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. But it's gonna be in here. um, what do we want to name the mineral? Maybe something with like levitation in the name, or like
Levinium.
leviton,
Levitite.
levitite, levitite.
Um, I
That's
have
a
to
very
be
funny name,
right now.
honestly.
Yeah, just levitating all tight.
Levitite,
Levitating.
but it's
Levitating. I have to head out, sadly. I'll be
okay.
in chat, hanging out.
No
Love you
worries.
guys. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely.
Pleasure as
Enjoy
always.
being in chat. I look forward to your
Thank you. I
commentary.
always do. Thank you. Ah.
Bye. And then there was just me. But that's okay. I like to think I'm somewhat entertaining. Oh my gosh, Mandy, hello. Welcome to the chat. Did you just get. No, I'm just kidding. If I wake up and see a fairy, I'm gaining a new bone, and there's only one way it goes away. Ah, amazing. You attack the Emperor. Congratulations, you are now hunted and executed. It's going under the fat Emperor there. It's gonna be great. Okay. So we have Levitite, which is a. Let's fix this up. Natural mineral. Um, that causes levitations, which causes levitation when used in a large amount, when burned in a large amount. That, mm. Enjoy your enjoy your lurk there, Hoy. Thank you so much for being here. Help me feel a little better too. And then it was just me, and then there were none. Get it? Trauma takes drop. Aye, that Luke's levitating. That one is. Okay, so natural mineral that causes levitation in large amounts. Um, found in large gaseous amounts coming from the rift in the desert. Woo, too many. Um, the minerals are releasing their inherent ability. Would it be ability, or would it'd be like inherent um magical content due to increase of heat, and that becomes a gas and lets out through the rift. That seems reasonable. Don't get used to it. My jokes are not nearly as clever. We get a lot of puns whenever I'm doing stuff in here, to be honest. Like, I do a ton of puns, especially if I'm on other people's channels, like as a guest star. I'm usually doing tons, just lots of them. Isn't it? Don't you mean? Ain't it? I thought you studied British English. Makes me wonder if the mountains have lots of old mine shafts. Isn't it then? Well, of course they have a lot of mine shafts there. Because obviously there'd be lots of mining for this particular material is levitite. Mine shafts. Oh, actually, hang on, guys. In where's my OBS so I can see it? Well, in the top right, there's that big looking cave. Maybe that's like the start of the mines? Or we could use that for something else and we could just put the mines wherever we like. Yeah, okay. We'll make those somewhere else. I don't think we need to inherently have this entrance. This big hole in the top right of the thing, that could definitely be some kind of like residual stuff from maybe a big monster or something like that. But mine shafts can be found throughout the Red Desert, primarily. These were used to mine up precious ores as well as levitite. I like that flying boat design. Yeah, Spelljammer ships. We're actually we're basing there's some quote unquote ancient civilization we haven't gotten too deep into as of yet. But in the Red Desert there are floating islands. And whatever civilization was there previously had designs for flying ships. That is no longer the case in the world. However, as suggested by Hoy, there is a local noble family or maybe some sort of royalty that uses one of these ships like a carriage. There's no creative overlap between you. Nope. No creative overlap. I have only just very recently met Catchy officially. Um I believe I met Ash specifically, although they're both very kind. I like them very much. I've been trying to sit in on a little bit more of their streams whenever I'm like doing homework and stuff. Because I'm also a full-time student on top of my professional dungeon mastering and whatnot. But yeah, as far as I know, there's no crossover. Not that that wouldn't be fun. Okay, so we have Levitite, which is an interesting idea here. We should name this ancient civilization, or at least give it some level of. Well, we can name it later, I guess, but the remains of the ancient civilization. So I'm going to do this. Ancient civilization. So the ancient the remnants are the floating islands. There has been search, so many search parties go explore, but few return. Those that do return are traumatized and unable. Actually, maybe not unable, and anything. So those who do not. So those who do return are traumatized, and anything they explain would probably be a little bit choppy, would sound insane. And we'll come back to that at some point. Yeah, so your thing is not only world building, but also world living. Right, world living. Match sitting serves parties instead of find parties. Lol. Yeah, so I also do. So Wednesdays is probably the day where I hang out the most with chat, we just kind of cook up all kinds of fun map stuff between the world that is being built is the one that is being played in and explored and campaign. Yes, yes. So here, actually, I'll find the image so I can show you the whole lot of them. But yeah, so I do world building on Wednesdays most of the time, although I am thinking about extending my world building out to 2 days a week. Just because I have a lot of content to build out, and maps to create, and so it takes a lot of time, and I love talking to everybody, and so I kind of want to make it more core if I can. There we go. I found the map. Let me put it in here. Oh, nope, that's the Echoing Isles, but that's not quite the one I'm looking for. That's fine. We'll save that anyway. I came from Catchy. They cook up their own thing. Yeah, I know. I actually really appreciate that because I was sitting in the other day and you guys were doing I won't give in to the intrusive thoughts. Whoa. Um, yeah, they were doing like monsters suggested by chat, and they were like actually doing drawings live, and I thought that was the coolest shit. It was just, it was really neat. I was watching it. I was like, there was like bone hounds or something like that. It was super cool. I kind of wanted to do a little more interacting, but homework was mandatory. World building Wednesday and map making Monday. Yeah, actually, I did have a map making Monday for a while, but it's very quiet work, and I like talking to people. And world building kind of falls into both a little bit. Monday, more like map day, isn't it? Hmm? Map day. All right, I got the full world image, so let me just add that in here for you guys. I gotta really just leave these in here because, like, I use them to show stream all the time, and it's very funny. Okay, we have Faegrimm here. Oh God, it's so big. Hang on. Okay. All right, so you'll see here we do have the desert. This is kind of like the this is like the idea. This is the sketch, if you will, of the world. Um, what's Mordred mean? Mordred doesn't necessarily mean anything. It's leftovers from way back in the day. I don't know if you guys have a group of people and y'all try and have matching names in video games or whatever. We came up with the moniker. Well, we came up with the surname Bold because it was short, concise, and we could all be easily identified. And then we went with the Knights of the Round theme. So there originally was a Boldmordred, which is myself, a Bold Lionel, a Bold Percival, and it's extended out into many, many different knights. And although we don't adhere to just knights anymore, we kept Bold. So there's lots of bolds around, but I just stick with Mordred because I think Mordred has a really neat Arthurian legend. Moniker got 5 points. Woo! I'm getting beaten out by a lass with 120 credit. Dramatic narrator voice. Welcome to Faegrimm. Anyway, so each of this left half here, where the archipelago on the bottom is, and then the continent on the top lefty area there. The continent on the top left is cut into quadrants. So right now we're working on region 3, which is the desert, and then that like kind of Greek looking isle on the side. That's what we have up currently. The archipelago, it looks like, as soon as I can get it up for you here, Ayo. There we go. All right. All right. So many giant images because they're 4K. Hang on. Okay. So, uh, could have just said it was an alternate spelling for Mordred, by the way, everyone. Oh, you got the whole bit. I like telling the story. I think it's funny. The Crescent Island or the Ding-a-ling. Lol. In the stream, we focus on the big picture. Well, actually, you could see between these two. So we have the archipelago here on the main Faegrimm map behind the Echoing Isles, and then we have the zoomed in map. So each region, players are locked in a region, although the regions are quite large. So right now on my Monday stream, is one of my professional campaigns is on Monday evenings, but they haven't found out yet, but they will. They're called the Echoing Isles because originally the desert, this bamboo mountainous kind of Asia inspired section on the bottom right of the continent and the archipelago were one landmass. There was a war between two countries in the archipelago when it was all one landmass. One side essentially magically tried to nuke the other. There was a problem as the other side kind of like fought against that. The magical nuke got out of control and instead blew up the entire region, detaching it from the entire continent. It destroyed a giant mountain. Well, first off, it blew up the entire continent, sinking like 80% of it. There was also the tallest mountain, as far as everyone's aware currently, the tallest mountain in the world was also destroyed during this, and that's what actually makes up the islands of the archipelago now. So with that in mind, on this map here, the players are on this tiny island in the very far right, Lorehaven, right under Quillhaven. That's where they're playing out their first 4 sessions. It's called the Echoing Isles because they're going to see a lot of remnants of essentially like nuclear war, you could call it. The big island here on the left is going to be super great. I'm actually really excited because it's named Etheria. For hundreds of years, people couldn't live on that island. So it's very unexplored. You have custom races, dimensions, and magic schools, the whole shebang, or keep mechanics standard. Overall, mechanics are standard, but I do deviate a little bit. Super May, more like double great. Yeah, so overall, I keep stuff generally base level so everybody can kind of like at least imagine it or kind of get in to that mindset. But things that I like to do is provide custom abilities based on a backstory or something that they're doing. Custom races is something that we've dove into a little bit because right now we've just got the Ship at the Docks have shadows. I see where the 4K budget went. Yeah, the shadows don't necessarily match directions, but Sorry, Chet. Needed some water. But yeah, there's a lot of lore in the actual archipelago here. A lot of it's very broad, so I can kind of cleanly integrate it as needed. But the takeaway points, since none of my players from that campaign are in here. Ooh, thank you for the water. There's an unknown goddess. There are some fun seeds. +1 souls to give me a big idea for something totally unrelated. You're very welcome. Legend has it on starless nights you can still hear the thunder of a shattered mountain echo through the archipelago. You know what? That's canon now. Shit, putting that in. That's great. Hey, thank you for the follow, Psyop. I appreciate it. We're trying to build up a big like world building idea machine community here. So it's super good. I'm very excited. Feel free to post literally anything you want that's, D&D ideas or things you want to bounce off people. Just pop them right into the D&D channel. The D&D room. Actually, where do I even want to put this? Should have shoved it in the canvas. I'll figure it out later. You appreciate the follow now. We'll see if you appreciate it when you catch it. Good shit. Okay. But yeah, I do a whole bunch of crazy D&D stuff. We've been getting real into it since I started this series. What's the Blackboard app? Yeah, it is Obsidian. Obsidian is literally my favorite note-taking app now. I want to make a lot of this available to the public, but I haven't dove into setting up like a third party like wiki. But it'd be cool. I'd like to imagine that somewhere out in Faegrimm is a rumored bard who travels the continents telling stories of old. It is me. I am the bard. 2 pods, 1 p. The stories go hard. There's a little rhyme for you. Okay, we got Levitite, add dictionary. We've got the ancient civilization. They're on the floating islands. Many parties go to explore, but few return. Return. Those who do return are traumatized, and anything they explain would sound insane. Island has unmanned but somewhat functional turrets and other such automated steampunk things. Bar that is almost 3 things in a trench coat. It's so close to 3 things. Well, actually, technically speaking, it is 3 things. There's 2 different pods and 1 P. That's 3 things, right? Right? You know what? You know what? Hang on. I have a thing I need to do real quick. Let me add image. Image. Ba-ba-ba-ba-da. We're going to the D&D. Gotta go. Avatars. Oh, there are avatars. Do I not have it in here? Sad day. Let me find it. Tripod. There we go. All right, Podrick. You're here in spirit, so I'm gonna put you in just like right over here. You're just there for fun. You're gonna sit on the ship. Actually, wait. You're flying the ship now. Somewhat functioning turrets, just when I want to hear me, my soldier man to the ship. I didn't realize everything was covering up some of the text. Let me adjust to that real quick. Oh, it's because I opened that up, I bet. It is, yep. It's because I opened the side panel. That's what I thought. You are the captain. Yeah. I guess the chat also covers up the map too. I could switch it, but I'm not gonna. We're just going to go for it. When Toppy says, "Hey, my eyes are up here." So island is unmanned, somewhat functional turrets and other automated steampunk things. Civ once had flying ships. All are unusable now. Mostly destroyed. One was found perfectly intact, which is one word, and is now used as a carriage by royal family and is incredibly gilded with gold as a status. That is doubly funny since my other persona has a human face but with two pairs of eyes. Yeah? I kind of want to see this other thing now. Hang on. Wait, why is it two pods, one fee instead of two fees, one pod? Heyo. You know what? We all end up in the gutter sometimes. That's why it's an 18 plus stream. Based on this design, desert transports have been made in the style of airbender, sandbender ships. I don't know, whatever they're called. So now we have two big chunks of stuff. We have the Levitite. We have ancient civilizations. Because I am chaos incarnate. A beautiful description. That's terrifying, by the way, Mandy. I just saw your tripod. And yeah, if you haven't seen the tripod, you can go to my art channel in the Discord. Yeah. Nah, I've never seen your other Sona. Okay. So, I like this idea of having Todd or something like that still living up there. Maybe still trying to like fix it or like make things work, but maybe they're too far gone and they can't like mentally manage that stuff. Hmm. Not the tripod I expected. Nope, I don't think any of us expected that tripod. Next thing that we're gonna touch on. Let's go ahead and figure out city governments. Bake is a true artist. I love Bake's work. My Pokemon evolution. You know how when things like evolve from being their cute first form and they become like this terrifying thing in their next form? That is what I feel like has happened here. Artiste. You have so much social credit there, Mandy. All right, let's see. So, looking at the map, we have 3 cities. There's not a lot here. Um, but I would like to point out that people can go into the rift. There's some level of exploration happening in the rift, which allows me to make some kind of Underdark equivalent over here, which could be pretty cool. How do I spend this social credit, I wonder? Probably by being a menace. Aren't you always a menace? Okay, but imagine with me. I'm imagining. My imagination is running wild. I have all the creative juices in my brain. Apparently, I've associated creative juices with you, and you're going to hear it a lot now. Rift underground caves, tunnels of abandoned mine shafts. Where did I say you enter the Underdark, though? Um, my thought process was there would probably be some level. I don't think you guys can see. I guess I could try and do it. I think it'll be right about here, but it's really hard to tell where it's going to end up. It's going to be the big crack in the desert above my head. I can't tell where my mouse is. Let me move my OBS so I can. Oh, you can't see my mouse because I'm on the wrong layer. That's why. Lol. But yeah, it'll be that. I should have a red square. I should have a red square so you guys can see what I'm talking about. I can just move it. That's a good idea. Next time, just place figure on them. It's right here. I don't know exactly which wall you're in, but it's right here. Psyop. But yeah, so I imagine, and we might update this map to have a little bit more of a small settlement built around it. Red square idea. Thank you. But I figured there'd be some kind of like small encampment. It wouldn't be a city necessarily. Like think temporary housing that is just been there a while. Because if they're trying to explore what is the Underdark. Although that being said, I'm not sure there's going to be any actual civilization. There may just be nature down there. Prophecy mentions a hero. Determine who it is. You have very little to go on with a 10. It's gonna take a while. Let me shuffle some stuff around here. What do I do now? Nothing. You get it's just a little prompt, so like you can write a little story bit about it, or you just enjoy your role. Usually I'll make some kind of commentary depending on what you roll, but a 10's pretty mid range, so oh, +1 prompt and yeah. I like there's 100 different prompts, so uh you generally won't be getting the same one every time at the very least. I do try to add them. every so often to kind of keep it fresh. There's a bunch of stuff I need to add that's story building. But yeah, in any case, let me pull this up. We're gonna go down here. Okay. Nobility, or I guess the cities. We have a list. Hang on, let me find my list of here we are. So we in one of our previous episodes we created a whole bunch of different ideas for government systems or just different groups. Um, so here we have the countries. We have 37 different ideas. Not all of them have been used. So that big desert city on the center of the map there, that one's gonna be the biggest city the players can encounter. And I'll probably have to make it bigger on the map to enunciate that, if you will. But what kind of government system should it be? If there's nobility and somebody has that um, flying ship carriage, then there needs to be some way for them to have that. So it could be a monarchy or something akin to that. It could be an oligarchy. We could make this a very mage-oriented place for whatever reason. So we could use like a mageocracy. Um, could also go like plutocracy or even a merchant republic. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of options here. I'm kind of like thinking. I'm looking through these now. I kind of think. I kind of think a plutocracy sounds neat. Welcome back, Hoy. Maybe a loose city-state defensive pact. That could be. Actually, I will say, Hoy, that is exactly how I designed the Echoing Isles. Is very much based around the three of the major city-states in Greece. Let me find it. This one? Not that one. This one. So we have the three cities on the right in the archipelago actual. They're based on Sparta, Athens, and Thebes, roughly. But they have a defensive pact. They do not get along in themselves necessarily. Like they have a standing relationship, but any external forces they'll unite without question. Hundreds of cities near the coast struggle over power, only to get together to divert from outsiders. Yeah. Well, that's kind of the idea for the Echoing Isles, but it's not that we couldn't do that here, for sure. Forahide Pod Sona in the art channel now. The joke is I wear glasses in real life. Lol. Gotta go now because I got school tomorrow and I have an exam in the morning. Lucia, I wish you luck on your exam. Have some good slip. Thank you so much for being here, and thanks again for the follow. Nice meeting a fellow Swede. Mm. And thanks for being Swedish. Wearing glasses, skill issue. Just see, bro. Yo! No, I've never seen this art. This is great. I like this a lot. These are really great. I'm glad you enjoyed being here, Lucy. But yeah, good luck on your test and good luck on sleep and enjoy the sleepies. Huh? Maybe it's only one big city because after the clans got collected, they moved to the territory of the royal family and this mega city was born. That sounds very tribalism turned civilized. Which, hang on, where's my. What if, stay with me here. What if we did, yeah, multiple, because then I could spot ruins, like ruins around the desert. Ooh. Okay, wait, guys, we're getting somewhere. Hang on here. Let me grab that information. Not that one. Well, maybe that one. Okay. So let's go with region history. Ancient Civ is destroyed somehow. This creates 12. Is 12 a good number? Maybe 13. Let's make it odd. Maybe 9? That needs to be enough that I can manage them myself. So we're gonna go with 9. That sounds fun. Maybe 7. 7. Let's go with 7. This creates 7 tribes throughout the desert. Each tribe fights viciously over natural resources and territory. How does the transformation between four-eyed human and pea in a pod form go? Painfully. Well, that's for another day. 7 tribes, easy to leak the 7 deadly. Ooh. I think that sounds fun to me. I always forget what all 7 are, though. I gotta go find that. Well, let's put that in here. Roughly based. Actually, let's do this. Each tribe is roughly based on one of 7 sins. And now we can also, why not the 10 blessings? I mean, honestly, we could totally do something like that. I would say we could do the blessings would actually, for whatever reason, it hits my brain like we should do it in the next region. So I'm gonna take 10 blessings and I'm gonna drop it over here. Region 4. 10 blessings akin to 7 sins. Ah, thank you so much there, Mandy. We have wrath, lust, sloth, greed, gluttony, envy, and pride. Actually, since we were speaking of anime earlier, Blaine, solid recommendation is Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I have heard lots of things about that, but I've never watched it, so I'll have to check it out at some point. The 10 blessings come from the Catholic, 10 characteristics that are well looked at by the words of the Bible by God. Ah, actually, that's really neat. Also, the reason I could remember them all so easily. Lol. And the 50 blessings come from America, and they support the death of Russian mafias. Mind me. What the fuck? What? I think I might have missed a pivotal thing here somewhere. But we got our 7 sins here. Ah, the game. I've actually not played Hotline Miami. Maybe that'll be one I play on my next, like, we're not talking about the 10 virtues. Guys, I got a whole virtue system that I love from other games that I'll absolutely be integrating in somewhere. Probably in a one shot, because I think it'd be a lot of plagiarism, and I don't want to deal with the current owners of the game, which is EA. The 100, yeah, 100 virtues came from China in the form of white powder. Uh, So each tribe is roughly based on one of the 7 sins. Interesting. We can come up with each particular one, but I feel like each one would just be really obviously that. I would probably say, if I were being honest, either pride, greed, or sloth would probably be the ones that that quote unquote would be the no. Well, actually, if we're going with plutocracy, that wouldn't apply anymore. So this creates 7 tribes in the desert. Each tribe is locally based. Eventually, the tribes came together into a single civilization, and now run under a plutocracy, where each tribe has a representative in a council that decides the future of the city. Put me in the Lust tribe. You got it. What would I name? Trying to think of a way to like convert psyop. Siop. Uh, led by Siop. Psyops. Lol. Well, I want to make it an actual character, so I'll like gotta pump the creative juices for sin-inspired representations. It doesn't look like low-hanging fruit while we're pumping. Lol. Psyops the Cyclops. All right, Psyop. Are you a magic user or a martial weapon kind of person? What do you feel would be your character style in this particular? You're currently in a plutocracy. Martial up close and personal. All right. You are officially canon now. As Psyop, the Cyclops. I always enjoy putting people into stuff. I think it's super funny. But we'll come back. We're going to have to do so much with the Lust clan. It's going to be such a spicy clan. Battle hardened. But I see what you did there. Welcome to Faegrimm. The Cyclopses are battle hardened. Tribes could make that the sins of the goals of the redemption. They believe that the destruction of the desert was because of their sinful behavior. Well, that allows religion to become part of it too, actually. The tribes. That also allows me to integrate all the gods related to these, or the opposite of these, or even these ones, I suppose. Tribes believe that the sins are that their sins are responsible for the destruction of the old world, or whatever I'll call it. This one's maybe I mean, Battle Hardened is innocent enough. I think it's innocent enough, yeah. You know what? I probably have my D&D redeems on right now, and that's why nothing is functional. Hang on. Okay. You should be able to see all the normal redeems now. Are the tribes aware of the Catholic concept of seven deadly sins, or do they just praise their specific sin as a virtue? Your read T and Deems. That's funny. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, everything should be back up now. Did it not function? Oh, you know what? There was a update to it, so maybe it doesn't work right now. I might have to fix stuff. Nope, it works. I didn't see the DVD. Did I miss it? Took for granted they praised their sins as virtues. Okay, so the tribes. So wait, are the tribes saying that their sins are virtuous? Is that what we're saying? Hmm. How would I want to run that? Because I want to, and I do think integrating some level of religion into this would be really interesting. Believe that a specific trait is connected to the sin as virtue. Yes. To them, these are not sins. They are just characteristics, patterns of behavior that are most easily recognizable by no matter. No, they remember these sins and try to redeem themselves. So to be fair and be clear about time frame wise, if this civilization is destroyed even roughly near the time frame of the one in Region 5 or in the Echoing Isles, that happened about 1200 years ago. So even if we bump around a couple hundred years and say 1,000 years ago is when this place was destroyed or something. Who gets to sway Bold to morph the canon to their ideas? Lol. We're thinking here. Hang on. Because, like, if the ancient civilization was destroyed 1,000 years ago, then any information passed down would be by word of mouth, and each tribe would have developed a particular preference towards their sin or redeeming virtue. Oh shit. We got a duel. Let's go. Apparently, I need to figure out what the duel is. I haven't seen this done before. If anything, it's a food fight because I'm just throwing spaghetti at the wall and seeing what sticks. Lol. Oh god. Oh, that's rough. That's rough. You are so cursed with rolls in this channel. It's so funny to me. I think if we're gonna go the route of sins, and each tribe would have fallen into that sin very heavily. So there would probably be some amount of legend of things passed down. Ooh, duel. Imagine they worship deities connected to each sin. So, like, they worship, I don't know, Dionysus because he's the god of lust, for example. Not because. Just trying to decide how that would work. So, in order to appease the god, you have to be lustful. This seems like a quick way to destroy a civilization. Like, it wouldn't functionally work if that was the idea, right? Uh, Hoy won the duel. Yes, disregarding the part where Dionysus was actually a god of duality. Apologies, I thought he was the god of wine. I thought he was portrayed like usually as the party god. Yeah, I think that's really neat, Hoy. I actually gotta have to look into that. Oh, man, what's on Discord? Welcome to the Discord. Ah, that was a simplification. I see. I'm trying to wrap my head around the idea. Because if they let me scroll back up because Hoy said something. So sloth are the most hardest workers. Okay, got it. On guard. 30 credit. Okay. So the tribes believe that their sins are responsible for the destruction of the old world. This pushes each tribe to redeem themselves by abstaining or I guess just doing the opposite of their tribe's sinful behavior. I think that should cover it, right? I think that covers it all. I think we'll go with that. So many duels happening. I can give you a podcast on Dionysus later. Hell yeah. Oh, she created a trend in chat. That's okay. That keeps chat busy and like popping, you know? That's what we want. A busy chat encourages new chatters to, pop in and be like, hey, how's it going? So the tribe believes that their sins are responsible for the destruction of the old world. The Prestige tried to redeem themselves by abstaining or doing the opposite. Ooh, you know what? There are the old gods and the new gods. The old god. Actually, this could tie in pretty interestingly. Um, because now we have old and new gods, and we can incorporate blessings into this now too. So that means what we could have is for anybody who plays in this region, they have a god requirement if they come from this region. 46. You have currency? Oh my god, you guys are using your dailies? Hang on. I think that's what you're using as far as currency goes. That's interesting. But yeah, so we have the gods of sin are the old gods, and the new gods are the gods of blessings. Yeah, your daily counter for your daily quest. Like, I wonder if I can do it. Hang on. What if I do this? No, I guess one's already working.
Dubidum sent me a test subject.
Gladys is back. Guess it worked to keep chat busy in the sense that chat had a hard time getting it to work. Love that you capitalized hard there. Funny. Oh. Congrats, Mandy. Oh, my dual thing didn't work. But so with that in mind, the old gods, if they exist, would be angry, right? So the players would probably have to travel around sealing them away. Huh? I'm really interested to see who wins this. Come on, give me an answer. Tell me who won. Boy, literally just waiting. All right, well, it'll come up eventually. Yeah, win. GG's, GG's. I'm gonna put another section in here, and I'm gonna call it plot points. If we could throw ideas, hell yeah, throw all the ideas. The Wrath God isn't worshipped or has a concrete tribe, but people just go into his territory because it's the harshest to survive. You can't leave for a year after you enter. If you live after you are marked, like Cain in the Bible or Guts in Berserk, and everyone will stay wary of you. Ooh, that's very neat. I'm gonna slap that in there because that's a neat idea. I'm going to do it this way. Maybe it's a place where people are exiled to as a punishment or a proving ground as well. Yeah, I think that was. Yeah, all right. Guys, this is some juicy content right here, because now Wrath has like a concrete nasty thing here. That also means we need to have a particular area that's considered extremely dangerous. The Glutton tribe could make ritual fasting. Ooh, here we go. We got a whole thing going on here. That would mean like greed would give alms, and like you said earlier, sloth would work harder than most people. Envy would be contented. Pride would be the most humble. Lust would be abstinent. Psyop hasn't gotten laid in years. The areas with the floating tome, or maybe it's where the rift ended up forming. Um, I think both of those could be very viable, actually. I think, depending on how we're gonna run the reasoning for the rift opening up. Because if it's opening up due to the ancient civilization no longer maintaining something or something like that, like maybe their minds opened it up and it was exposed to air and fire, and now it burned and all that gas built up until it exploded into a big rift that is now floating off into the atmosphere. I mean, that would just be desert otherwise, right? The red desert could, in theory, be a good spot too, because now you also have to deal with ancient civilization bits and pieces. Like I'm thinking, like Breath of the Wild, when you're running around and those little spidery looking assholes, you hear that doot 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 doot, and it shoots a laser at you. If you get a mark per year, then it could signal important NPC criminals that have been sentenced there but managed to survive numerous sentences. Would necessitate that they also have some curse that makes it so the justice system can't kill them. Send them there, hoping that something else gives good riddance. Hmm. That's a really good idea. Whiff of the feral. Lol, that's gonna go right in. Wait, I was spinning on my wrath idea. Did Hoy approach the redemptionism win? Maybe. I'm getting the ideas because it's gonna really depend too on how I want to run it. Because like they can't be super hard, either sinful or like goody two shoes, right? Because that's not how civilizations flourish. That's how you have a small outcropping of civilization, like an abbey or like a brothel. But you can't run an entire civilization on that because it will fundamentally fall apart. So I think we'll come. Well, okay. So my idea with it so far is like if each of the gods have a direct god related to a sin/blessing, then there's probably extremes on both ends, people who adhere to the old gods and people that adhere to the new gods. So you just basically have a small god ecosystem, like a closed ecosystem, essentially. I don't know. I want to explore this idea more, but I'm not sure how I want to roll it. Or it was a magical nuclear power plant. Oh, the big explosion area? That's viable. Maybe the dangers left behind by the ancient civilization is the reason why it's so hard to survive there and associated with wrath. That could also be associated with wrath too. Because it's also very unlivable for your average person, right? So like we'll put that in there. Wait, what was I saying? But that makes your character more interesting. He wants to lead his peoples out of the weak, passive. Why am I having such a hard time saying this word? Hey, pacifism. I don't think I've ever used that context for the word. Interesting. The traps being punishment for entering. Yeah. No, but the whiff thing fits better with the Lust tribe, doesn't it? That was also a random plan the Zelda gave me. Whiff of the feral. I think you could whiff of the feral in a couple of these. Maybe it's a saying. Hold up, let me cook. I just got a new way to tell you how to build your world. Wall of text incoming. LOL. Psyop out here cooking hard, man. I love it. I love getting the chat to be cooking like this. This shit's so great. Guys, I'm doing too much homework. I'm like always tired now. It's ridiculous. Want to wait for this wall of text. And I think I might be calling it myself because I need to eat some food. Man. To lust the tribe that could really be conservative, like sex only means yes. Very conservative. Only sex only by marriage. Proper etiquette. I can't spell etiquette, but I know what that means. That's why we need the snack redeem. I know. Initially, people were as simple as animals. When they gained reason in epic past event in your lore, love that. That's hilarious. Take a drink now. Hang on. I surprisingly have no snacks around me, Mandy, so I'm gonna have to go find some. But I'll do that right after. And humanity became capable of complex thought. They banished the gods to the desert. There the gods, them being basic impulses, set the territories in which to roam, and each patch slowly evolved to accommodate for their aura and exuding power. Ooh, I'm interested in the second part of this. This is neat. The so-called new gods are prophets, sent by humanity to try and hit the final nail on those impulses that stay too strong in human psyche. So all the tribes are somewhat martyrs. Those that fall to the gods plot and act against the rest of the community that stays headstrong and working against their assigned god. Interesting. So like, that's beautifully put. By the by, I am going to compliment your use and writing, like use of words and writing here, Psyop. It's very well done. I like this idea a lot right here. Because then they can have their own, like, little history, right? Because each region's going to have their own lore and stuff, right? Before becoming the emperor, and a princess must live in every tribe for 1 year to learn from them an understanding of their desires. If they're a plutocracy, though, that might not apply. Although we have not explored the Crescent Isle. So maybe that is a monarchy or matriarchy or something like that. I don't know. There's something there. I like the idea regardless. I think the idea is really cool. Oh, before. That's what the word is. Before becoming the emperor. Yeah. You guys are fucking cooking so hard. Sorry, I was in the bathtub as that was decided. No worries. Dang, guys. This has been a really productive session, actually. This is a lot of base information. I do think I am going to call it. My brain is a little mushy right now. I'm real tie-tie. Let me see. Let me see who's around. I don't know if I have any other D&D people on right now, which I don't seem to. We'll build a Wednesday. It's such a good time, right? Yeah, I think we'll just go ahead and end. I don't see anybody that's D&D related. I don't really feel like throwing you guys into League necessarily. Yeah, my little boop. If the plutocracy is a bit hedonist, we could switch it so they could ask that their spouse is from the Lust tribe. They guard survivors from the Wrath region. Such as hedonist, we could switch it so they can ask that their spouse is from the Lust tribe. Oh, that's really smart. That's really smart. I like that. That's going in. That's going in the file. All right, Mandy, Hoy, Psyop. It has been a fantastic stream. It is an absolute pleasure meeting you, Psyop. This has been a great time. Hoy, as always, great to have you on. You guys are just literally filled to the brim with ideas, and it makes these sessions so much more fun. Like I have a literal smile the whole time I'm doing this. So I appreciate you guys. Mandy, thanks for coming on today. Nice, I hope. But thank you for being on today. I appreciate it. Everybody better rest up and eat something afterwards. Yes, please. Everybody grab yourself a snack, get yourself a drink, preferably water. But you know, hey, if you got some whiskey on hand, that's okay too. But in any case, I'm gonna go ahead and close this out. I hope you all have a great rest of your Wednesdays. Thank you again for being here, and stay bold.